Hello, hello, and welcome to the Wide Awake Yoga program. I'm Ariel Kiley, and our topic today is full frontal fascia. Full frontal fascia. Fascia is the connective tissue that runs throughout your body. And there is a frontal plane of fascia that goes all the way from your skull down the front of your body over your feet. So when we're trying to do backbending poses such as cobra or any pose that asks for spinal extension, part of it is having the strength in your back body to be able to do that. And part of it is having the flexibility in the whole front body to find those shapes. And for those of us who do spend a lot of time in more of a seated position, these tissues tend to get more tight and stuck in shorter positions over time. So today, we're going to be creating stretches that really stretch this whole front line of fascia. Will you please come to sit in hero's pose to begin with? And I'll show you what that is. If you don't know, hero's pose is taking a block, putting it between your heels, and putting your feet beside it. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put on my webcam. I'm just going to grab it. You get into your hero's pose. So you take your block, put it between your heels, and sit on it, just like this. And you can sit on it either on the flat setting, on the medium setting, or on the highest setting, or you can also stack blocks if that's a better fit for you. So create your seat. And arrange your hips. You can sink a little right, sink a little left, find that balance between your two hips, and bring your arms down to rest at your sides. Now inhaling, lift your arms all the way up, and exhale, bring your hands down to rest on your thighs. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. Exhale, circle them down to your sides. Inhale, circle your arms up. Exhale, rest them down on your upper thighs. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. Exhale, arms to your sides. Keep going with the breath. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to rest on the thighs. Inhale, sweep them forward and up. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands to your thighs. Inhale, sweep them forward and up. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, rest your hands on your thighs. Inhale, sweep them forward and up. And exhale, arms reach to your sides. Now keep them here and just lift your right arm out to the side, palm up. Then tip over to the left a little bit. See if your left fingertips can touch down on the ground. Maybe they can, maybe they don't. And do a side bend, bringing your right arm way up and over as you drop your right hip to the ground. You could even turn your face a bit to the right here. Have a long inhale and have a long exhale. Then inhale back upright and tip over to the other side. Right fingertips touch down, left arm reaches long overhead, long, 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 long in the left side of your body. One more inhale and exhale. And inhale all the way back up. Let your arms hang and do just a few simple shoulder circles. Now, take your hands out in front of you and interlace everything except your index fingers. Then lift your arms up toward the ceiling so they shoot straight up above your head. And from here, your hips are dropped down. Just lift your chest a little bit more, pointing your fingertips toward the back wall. So you're getting extra long here through the front body, through the arms. Inhale. And exhaling, pull back upright. Bring your hands down to rest on your lap. You could rest your dominant hand inside your non-dominant hand and lightly close your eyes. And then notice the movement of your breath. Notice how you feel this morning. And just check back in your own history and consider the shape your body is typically in. Are you typically in a seated position? Do you bicycle and run for exercise? Those are all activities that shorten this frontal plane of fascia in the body. And feel your own enthusiasm to continue to build more flexibility into your body, more strength, more body awareness, and vitality. Feel what you came here for. Then bring the hands right up to prayer in front of the chest. Inhale. H-A-A-A. And one Om. Inhale. Namaste. Okay, now come to lie down on your back, please. And have, definitely have at least one block nearby and a strap as well, or something like a strap. So come to lie down with your knees bent, your feet on your mat, your head down on the ground. And first you'll just feel your back meet the floor. It might feel nice. You can arrange your hips, lift and lower them. Feel the curves of your spine on the ground. Then bring your arms down by your sides, heels right under your knees, and inhaling, just lift your hips up. So we're pressing open that front line from the knees to the throat, and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. And inhale, lift the hips. And exhale, lower down. Now this time, take your block, put it between your thighs, either close to the pelvis or a little closer to the knees, whatever you prefer. Arms at sides. Have a little grip of that block and lift back up. Now, once you're here, walk your shoulder blades closer together. Keep your nose pointed toward the ceiling so your neck stays straight. Drive down with your arms as you grip the block with your thighs. And I'm feeling a bunch of stretch on the front of my hips. See if you can use your glutes to hoist your hips high enough to find that stretch in the front of the hips. Now, reach your left hip a little further away toward the left knee, and your right hip a little further away. So you're wiggling the hips a touch, stretching a little more through the front of each hip. Then lower your hips back down to the ground. Take the block out from underneath them. Lift your hips up and put the block on the highest setting you can without straining your neck. So just pick a height. It could be flat, it could be medium. Oh my goodness, it might even be the high setting. Again, bring your arms down by your sides. Find a feeling of stretch through the front body and drop your knees slightly in towards one another. So you can angle your heels out, drop your knees in, have an inhale and an exhale. Then lift your hips back up. Take that block out from underneath you. Lower your hips to the ground, straighten one leg, straighten the other leg. Hook your thumbs above your body with your fingers spread out and come into a full body stretch. Reaching from your feet to your fingertips. Inhale and exhale. And one more inhale, reach so long and exhale. Now place your feet back down on the floor and find your strap. Hold it shoulder distance apart. So you could definitely have it folded in half and reach your arms up overhead, holding that strap and pulling it in half. Pin the back of your heart down. So actively push down with the back of your heart and lift your knees up above your hips. Bring your knees to a right angle and your hips to a right angle and point your feet. You love core work. You love it so much. Now, keeping the back of your heart plugged down, just tip your right toes forward to touch down. Reach the knee forward, touch down, and switch to your left. So you're just doing this little delicate tiptoe. Keep the abdomen firm, and you're finding a little more engagement, of course, through that low belly. Keep pushing down with the back of the heart. Keep pulling the strap in half. A little tiptoe. Now, some of you might straighten the leg out in front of you instead of tiptoeing it to the ground. This is going to add a little more weight, a little more intensity. I'm definitely quaking, pushing the back of the heart down, pulling the strap in half as you reach it away. Let's do just a few more here. And doing it nice and slow will really keep that deep quake going. Then pull both knees in toward the chest. Just rock them in for a moment. And once again, straighten one leg and the other leg. Point your feet, full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring the strap up and over. Rest it to the side for a moment. And reach your left arm long alongside your ear and roll over. You can place your right foot on the floor. Roll over onto your left side, okay? So keep your left head just on your arm. Flex your right knee, your left knee, sorry, your bottom knee, so it's at a right angle. See, it's just propped out in front of me. Now try and catch your right foot and pull it into a stretch. So if possible, catch your right foot, tucking the heel up towards your butt and stretching the front of that right hip. Getting right into those hip flexors. Then straighten that leg, rest it down, roll over onto your other side. So roll onto your right side, straighten your right leg, rest your right side of your head on your arm, then flex your right knee. So it's just laying on the ground in front of you, your right hip and your right knee. Catch your left foot and try and stretch the heel up toward your bun. So you're stretching through the front of that left thigh, the hip flexors. And it may or may not be possible to catch it. You're just finding out. Then release the foot back down, come back to lie on your back, reach out for one of your blocks. Put it under your sacrum on the flattest setting. So lift your butt up and put it right under on the flat setting. take now your strap and once again hold it shoulder distance apart, reach it overhead, back of hands to the floor. Keep pulling the strap in half, pushing down with the upper back, and lift your knees right above your block. So we're going to do core work, bringing the hips into extension in your core work. First, tiptoe, right toes, then left toes. So you'll notice, oh, it's a little different now with my hips on the block. Keep pushing down with the back of the heart, keep pulling the strap in half. And after you've checked that out, see about lifting both legs toward the ceiling. One might, or they might need to be a little bit bent, and that's totally fine. Balance them over the block. Then find out if you can lower your right leg, point the foot, and bring it past the block, just to hover above the ground. Then pull it back up and flex the foot. Lower your left leg. Keep pushing down with the back of the heart. Point the foot so it almost taps down and lift it back up and reset. The right leg, point the foot, get so long from your hands to your toes and pull it back up. And then the left leg. So we're strengthening the front body eccentrically. We're lengthening and strengthening instead of just shortening and strengthening your muscles. Back and forth a few more rounds. Get so long at that bottom edge. Then next time you lower your right leg, point the foot, hover it above the ground, and reach your right arm longer. Swivel your right foot to the left a couple inches. There's a little bit of a side bend on that right side of the body. Then bring it back up, flex the foot, lower your left leg to hover, reach the left arm longer, point the left foot, swivel it over to the right a couple inches. Turn a side bend through the left side of the body. Then come back up with the leg, flex your knees, place your feet on the floor. Lift your hips up, take the block out from underneath you, set it off to the side. One more full body stretch. Reach your legs long, reach your arms long, point your feet. Inhale. Exhale, reach your arms for the ceiling, curl your chin in and come all the way up to sit. Flex your feet, reach your arms high. Ta-da! Then swing your arms or your legs behind you to your hands and knees. You definitely might want a blanket under your knees for this. We are going to be balancing on one knee. So actually, if your blanket is big enough, make it a big rectangle like that. So it covers a lot of territory on your mat. Then place your knees on it and place your hands at the front of your mat underneath your shoulders. Engage through the belly and first just establish this hands and knees position. Then a simple cat-cow. Inhale, draw the chest forward, look ahead. Exhale, push down and round up. Keep going back and forth on your own breath. Now bring your spine back toward neutral. Strong belly, push down with your upper body, strengthening your upper shoulders there, and step your right toes straight back, tuck them. Point your right foot now and see if you can just lift the leg to hip height with your foot pointed. Take your left fingertips and tap them to your abdomen to remind yourself to keep that belly engaged. Now reach your left hand forward. If this is too much balance, you can just have your foot lifted and not your arm long. Now reach your left arm, if possible, if you're working with it, out to the left, palm down. Bend your right knee. Turn your left palm back and see if you can catch that foot. If you can, push into it. Keep your belly strong. Pull the left shoulder open. More stretch for the front of that right hip. Inhale and exhale. Circle the left hand down, bring the right knee down, push your hips back just for a little micro child's pose moment. Then come back up, step your left toes back, tuck them under. Firm up through the belly, lift your left leg to hover at hip height, point your left foot. Pause here. If possible, take your right fingertips, touch them into your belly, just touching in, engaging your belly, lifting up a bit there. Then reach your right arm straight forward. Turn the right palm down, reach the arm straight out to the side, out to the right. Flex your left knee, bending it. Turn your right palm back, reach back. See if you can catch that foot. If you can turn your face to the right a little, push down with your hand, push down with your right knee as you lift your left knee. Inhale and exhale, release your right hand down, your left knee down. Push back to just a mini child's pose moment. Inhale and exhale. Then downward facing dog. Lift up, tuck the toes, lift the hips, come to down dog. Prioritize a straight spine. So if you need to, you bend your knees a bit so that you have a long line from your hands to your hips. Long upper body, knees can be a little bent. Push the hands forward as you push the hips back, and any little walking out you want to do with your legs, please do. Go for it. Now, if you would rather be in the puppy dog, of course you can be in puppy dog with your knees down and your hips pushed back. Everyone inhale out to either a plank or a knee plank. So pull your body forward, either plank or knee plank. Then come back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward, plank or knee plank. Exhale back, dog or puppy dog. Inhale, plank or knee plank. Exhale, dog or puppy dog. And one more, inhale, plank or knee plank. And exhale, dog or puppy dog. Now pull out and lower to the ground however you wish. And you might have this big blanket under your hips, and that could be quite sweet for this part. Rest your elbows right under your shoulders, Sphinx pose. Point your feet, spread your hands, push down with your hands as you engage your butt muscles, push down with your pubic bone, lift your chest and look straight forward. Now, this is a big stretch to the front body, that full frontal stretch. See if you can also give yourself an underbite. Reach your chin forward, and you're gonna add even more. Another inhale. And exhale. Rest your forehead down. Bring your hands beside your chest. Push up and back, downward facing dog. Now this time, from your down dog, inhale back out to plank pose and rest your right shin on the floor. The knee straight down under your hip, so it could be on that blanket. Spin the sole of the left foot down and come into a modified side plank. Lift your left arm up. Turn the left palm out over your ear and get long from your back heel to your top fingertips. Belly strong. See if you can spin open just a touch, maybe even spinning your face up. This is going to create more stretch through the front of your body. Now add to this, spinning your left toes toward the back of the mat even more, pointing them back more, pushing your toes in. You'll get a little more front body action. Inhale and exhale, circle that left hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Now come forward to plank, lower your left knee, spin the sole of your left foot down, And lift your left arm up, or sorry, your right arm up toward the ceiling. Turn your right palm out over your ear, reach long. Draw your left shoulder blade down your back, and then maybe spin your face up. Perhaps also turning your right toes to point more toward the back of the mat. Keep your butt strong so you don't fall over. Push from your toes to your fingers, lifting the hips higher. Inhale. And exhale, that right hand comes back to the floor. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale and sigh it out. And again, inhale and sigh it out. Now walk your feet a little wider. Walk your hands to the back of the mat. Slide your hands up to your kneecaps, flat back, and pull all the way up to stand. Shrug your shoulders up and back a couple times, then take a walk to the front of your mat. And up here at the front of your mat, if you have tighter hips, you can have your blocks beside your hands. Bring your feet together. I meant your blocks beside your feet, okay? Your feet together, your arms at your sides, engage through the belly, engage through the butt, just like 30%, 30%. Pull up through the back of your neck, look straight ahead. Now, we're going to move toward Surya Namaskar C. It's a sun salute C. We're just going to build it one piece at a time. Will you please start by hooking your thumbs in front of you, inhaling, lifting your chest, lifting your arms, coming into a little front body back bend. And exhale, fold forward, hands to blocks, right leg back into a lunge. Inhale, lower the back knee, point the foot, hook the thumbs again, and lift up into Anjaneyasana. It's a crescent moon pose. Exhale, hands to blocks, step forward and fold down. Inhale, hook your thumbs again, come all the way up to stand, a bit of a back bend. And exhale, arms to your sides, palms open. Inhale, hook your thumbs, come into that little back bend, lift up. Exhale, hips back, hands to blocks. Inhale, left foot steps back, lower the knee, point the foot, pull up, Anjaneyasana, hook your thumbs, lift your chest. Exhale, hands to blocks, step forward and fold. Inhale, hook your thumbs, pull all the way up to stand, lift tall. Exhale, arms to your sides, palms forward. Inhale, hook your thumbs, lift up, full frontal stretch. Exhale, fold down, hands to blocks. Inhale, right leg back, lower the back knee, point the foot, hook the thumbs, crescent moon pose. Down dog as you exhale. Step back, you can get rid of those blocks or use them. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower to the ground. You could still have that flat blanket there. Point your feet, cobra pose. Inhale, hands to the ground, lift the chest. And exhale, rest back down. Hands and knees on your inhale, down dog on your exhale. Lift your right leg up, point the foot, inhale. Curl your knee to your nose, prepping to step, exhale. Inhale, lift the leg back up again. Exhale, step forward. Lower the back knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Hook your thumbs, lift up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step forward and fold. Inhale, hook the thumbs, pull all the way up, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, arms to your sides. Keep your abdomen engaged the whole time. Inhale, hook the thumbs, lift up. Definitely switch the thumb hook here. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Step the left leg back, Anjaneyasana. Inhale, crescent moon, pull up to your lunge. Exhale, hands to the ground, downward facing dog, step back. Inhale, cruise out to plank pose. Exhale, lower to the floor, however you like. Point your feet, cobra. Set your hands and lift the chest, inhale. Come back down, exhale. Hands and knees on your inhale and down dog on your exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg up, point that foot. Exhale, curl the knee in, prepping to step. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, step forward. Crescent moon, inhale, knee down, strong belly. Hook the thumbs and pull up. Exhale, hands forward. Step to a fold, hang in. Inhaling, hook the thumbs, pull all the way up to stand. Exhale, arms to your sides. One more each side. Modify if you wish or take a rest. Inhale, hook the thumbs, lift up, find the spirit of it. Exhale, fold all the way down, hang in. Inhale, right leg back, crescent moon. Point that foot, lift off. You can pull it back a little bit to help support your lower back, and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take it out to a plank pose. Exhale, lower to the ground, however works for you. Inhale, cobra. Set your hands and lift your chest. And take it back to down dog, exhale. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Step straight forward, exhale. Crescent moon, inhale, pull all the way up. Forward fold, exhale, step into it. Hook the thumbs, inhale, rise up. Arms to your sides, exhale, last one. Inhale, lift and hook, swoop right through it. It's a bit of a seesaw. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, left leg back, crescent moon. Point the foot, lift off. Exhale, downward dog, hands down, step back. Inhale, plank forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra pose. Reset your hands, lift through the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog pose. Lift the left leg up, inhale. Step it forward, exhale. Right knee down, crescent lunge, inhale. And hands down, step forward, exhale. Hook your thumbs, pull all the way up to stand, inhale. And bring your hands to rest over your chest. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the thump-a-dump-dump of your heart. And just let your arms drool down to your sides. And if you still have that blanket on your mat, I still think it might be cool to have it there. Will you keep it there still? Let's keep it there. Okay, so if you like to use blocks, have your blocks now beside your feet again. Your blanket will stay just behind. Okay. Shift your weight over to your left foot. Squeeze your left glutes, bring your hands to your hips and come to the toes, the tippy toes of your right foot. Keep your left leg really strong. Then lift your right knee up. So you're balancing on your left foot. If you want, you can sway your knee like I am, just because it's fun. Now reach your arms for the ceiling. Bend your standing leg a little bit and reach your right leg back. We're stepping into a high lunge, but we're going through warrior 3. So take a moment to reach your arms forward, reach your right leg back, Then gently set the right toes to the back of the mat. Keep your belly strong. Come into a high lunge, bending that right knee a touch here. Now, again, strong, strong, strong front body. So as you straighten your back leg a little bit, you can pitch your upper body forward a touch, but you're not over extending your lower back. Now check this out. Bring your hands to a prayer. Reach forward, coming to a diagonal from your back heel to the crown of your head, and either hook your right elbow outside your left thigh. That's going to be very balancy. Or bring your right hand to your right block and your left hand to your thigh, pushing your right hand into your block, your left hand into your thigh to twist open. So either that hand position or the prayer twist, which will involve a lot more balance. Fire the hell out of your right quads. Option to spin your face up here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back to center, hands to either the blocks or the floor, and attempt to straighten that left leg. Pull the left hip back. Then bend the left knee, step the back foot forward, and come all the way up to stand. Cool. Shift your weight over to your right foot. Hands to the hips. Come to the toes of your left foot. Lift your left knee up in front of you. Reach your arms skyward and pass through warrior three. So bend your standing leg, reach your left leg back, reach your arms forward, and then bend your standing leg more to set those left toes to the back of the mat, coming to a high lunge. You can bend the back knee a smudge, get your abdominal muscles on, squeeze your butt a lot, and reach now your back leg a little straighter. Let it pitch you forward into a diagonal. Bring the hands to a prayer and revolve to the right. Either hook your left elbow outside your thigh, pushing up with the back quad, coming into a twist, balancing, or left hand on block, right hand on thigh, using that to create your twist. Pull up even with your pelvic floor muscles. And inhale and exhale. Then unwind, bringing both hands to blocks, and try and straighten your right leg, pulling that right hip back. Bend back into the front knee. Step your back foot forward and move your blocks about 10 inches in front of your pinky toes. Okay, now we are going to use this blanket behind you in this next part. But first we're going to check out one more fancy little balance moment. So come up to stand. Your blocks are out in front of you. Fix your outfit. Wipe your nose. Dust yourself off. And here we go. One last challenge, okay? So shift your weight over to your left foot. Bring your right tippy toes to the floor and hover them up above the ground. If you want, you can drop them right into that right block for a moment. So you really find your balance here. Then lift those toes up and begin to reach your leg back, coming toward warrior three with your hands on your hips. So you're reaching the leg back, bringing your arms now out to the sides, airplane style. Now see if you can bring your right hand to your right block, bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand. You might need to bend your standing leg a little and catch your foot. So it's a twisting bound, warrior three. Well, twisting bound, oh, mama is tippy today. Ardha Chandrasana, actually. So it's similar to when we were on our hands and knees earlier, but it's adding some extra balance and stretch. Push the foot into the hand into the foot. If you catch the foot, it might take a couple years. Then let that foot go. Curl the knee outside your standing foot. Come to sit. You can grab your block and throw it under your butt. So we're coming into a seated spinal twist. So you just drop back onto that blanket, either left foot outside right thigh or inside leg. Hold on to the knee, lengthen your spine. And one more little twist here, revolving back over to the left. And inhale and exhale. Then unwind back towards center. Lean forward, take that block, place it next to its friend, come back up to stand. Let's see what happens on the other side. Shift your weight over to your right foot, come to the tippy toes of the left foot, hands on hips, option to prop those left toes on the block. Then hover the foot, bend your standing leg a little and come toward warrior three. Strong belly, reaching your left leg back, reaching your arms out into a big, wide wingspan. From here, bring your left hand to touch down on your block, flex your right knee and reach for it with your right hand. You might just be reaching for it. You might not get it, or you might be able to bend your standing leg a little, catch the foot and try to now straighten your right leg, turning your face a bit to the right, lifting your left knee up and back, twisting half moon pose with a bind. Another inhale and exhale. Let go of the foot, tuck the knee outside your standing foot. You can take that block and tuck it under your bum on the way down, coming toward a seated spinal twist. Either the right foot's outside the thigh or it can be inside the shin. Hold the knee, lengthen up, and inhale, lift your right arm skyward, and exhale, twist, dropping your right fingertips toward the ground behind you, regaining your dignity if you lost it a little bit during that balance pose. Lovely long spine. Inhale and exhale. Then unwind back to center. And one more time, just lean forward, step the block forward, and come to a forward fold, hanging in, or bringing your blocks way out in front of you and pushing your hips back as you push your blocks forward. Reach one hip for the back, reach the other hip for the back. Have a couple breaths. Oh, we got to end this class. Then support yourself as you lower all the way down to sit on the ground. So we did a ton of front body stretches today, and they all add up to helping with back bends, to helping with our cobra pose, to helping with all kinds of back bends. But really, I'm mostly interested in how they help you reopen your front body and regain your right to be upright throughout your days. So come to a final seat and sit however your body feels supported. And just notice how you're feeling now at the end of all this. Notice your breath. Notice your vitality. And inhale and exhale. And bring the hands up to a prayer, and let's close with one long Om. Inhale. Om. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining for the full frontal fascia class. I look forward to seeing you next time. All right, namaste.